What is going on YouTube? Arkez here, back with a brand new video for you guys today. Now I'm going to play some Modern Warfare Remastered gameplay in the background, but we're really close to Call of Duty World War 2 beta at the end of the month. Today is the 1st of August, and at the end of the month we get our hands on the Call of Duty World War 2 beta, which leads me to the topic of today's video, which is what I'm most excited for and what I'm most looking forward to out of the Call of Duty World War 2 game at the end of the year in November. What aspects of the game I'm most looking forward to, and also what I want to see and what I hope they do bring out as well. One of the things I'm most excited for coming up in this new Call of Duty season and this new Call of Duty game, Cod Ww2 in November, is the classic weapons. I'm very excited for them bringing back the MP40, the grease gun, the Thompson, and every other classic gun that comes to mind. I'm very excited for this new upcoming season of Call of Duty. I want to play with these guns. I want to play with the old guns. I don't want to play with laser beam guns anymore. I don't want to play with these futuristic weapons like in Infinite Warfare and Black Ops 3 and everything else. I don't want to play with these futuristic weapons anymore that don't have a place in Call of Duty. I want us to go back to the classic concept of using these guns. Now, the only worry to me about these weapons is further down the track in the game's lifespan, when they decide to bring out new weapons and new DLC and new content to keep it fresh. I'm worried that they'll bring out new guns into this game that might wreck the Call of Duty World War 2 concept, the time frame of this game. I hope they do bring guns in, they stay to that time frame, they stay to their roots, and they don't bring in new weapons and stuff that's going to ruin the whole story and theme and concept to the Call of Duty World War 2. Classic map designs is another aspect of Call of Duty World War 2 that I'm very excited to see come back to Call of Duty over the last 3 years. Obviously, we've had different map designs with different aspects and different mechanics to those maps. We had ledges and we had wall runs and everything else, and places you can double jump across the map like in Advanced Warfare. We've had all those futuristic map designs. Now we're going back to this classic map designs. I hope they stick to the 3-lane system. We get to see some old school maps like the Modern Warfare trilogy or even Black Ops trilogy before the third Black Ops 3 with all these movement systems. I hope we go back to these classic map designs. I'd love to see classic maps like we had in Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 3 for that matter. I want to see some high rises. I want to see some scrapyard. I want to see some maps and Invasion like those maps. They have the 3-lane system, the old school war-torn feel to them. I have seen a little bit of gameplay of these maps, and it looks like it is from the World War II era, and there's trenches and everything else, but I can't judge it until I get my hands on the game in the beta at the end of this month. But I'm hoping they stick to these classic map designs. I'm very excited to see the old school map feels come back to Call of Duty. Classic movements is the thing that I'm most excited for coming back to Call of Duty. The classic movement system, no more rule runs, no more massive double jumps, no more jumping around the map, avoiding gunfights, and you could be nearly dead and jump across the map and go behind a building somewhere because it's so quick, it's so fast paced, and the movement system just made it more difficult to play for me. Even though I did enjoy Black Ops 3 and the movement system that wasn't too bad, I do want to go back to the classic Call of Duty movement system. So this is the part for me that I'm most excited to see in this new Call of Duty, and I can't wait till the end of the month to get my hands on some classic Call of Duty that isn't a remastered version of 2007 game. This last year, or nearly a year, I've been playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered non-stop. I have not put my hands on Infinite Warfare since the very first couple weeks of the game's release, when I realized it was absolute trash. So I played Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered, and it is a recycled remastered game, and it is still a lot of fun, but I do want to play a new Call of Duty that has the basic movement system and boots on the ground. War mode is one of the game modes I'm most excited to play when Call of Duty World War 2 is released, or if it is in the beta. I'm not sure if it is in the beta, but war mode is pretty much exactly what it is titled as, and it's a war mode. It has tanks, it has airplanes, and has that battlefield feel to it. And it's a new game mode, a new aspect to Call of Duty that we haven't had before, so I'm very excited to play it. And you can play objectively. It has an objective, and you have to play for that objective, and that's it, not just playing for kills like you usually do in Call of Duty. And if you play with a bunch of mates and a bunch of friends in a party chat and you're playing for the objective, I think it'll be a very fun game mode to introduce into Call of Duty. I discussed League Play in my last video and its possibility of returning to Call of Duty World War 2, and this is the thing that I'm most excited for, or up there with the things I'm most excited for seeing in this next Call of Duty. And League play just brings another competitive aspect to Call of Duty, like War Mode does. It just brings another game mode, another avenue for people to play, another game mode, another type of thing to do in Call of Duty. And expanding on this and expanding on the competitive scene, the esports scene, would be very beneficial for Call of Duty, and I'm very, very excited to see what they do with League play and how they implement it, or if it's, I think it's called ranked play now, how they implement it into Call of Duty, since it has been leaked images online that it is in the menus. Also, headquarters is another thing I'm very excited to see. The social space for the very first time in Call of Duty. This is the first time they're trying out a system that's been used in Destiny for the last few years. Having a social space is an awesome aspect of Call of Duty that has a firing range, and you can talk to your friends, you can socialize with other people online. In this designated social space is an awesome concept, and I'm glad they're implementing it into Call of Duty, and I'm very excited to see it in the beta. That's going to do it for today's video, guys. I hope you did enjoy. This is all the things I'm most excited for to see in Call of Duty World War 2 in the beta in August, and on the release date November 3rd. I'm really excited for this game to come out. I know you guys are as well. Please let me know what you're most excited for in the comment section below. As always, if you did enjoy the video, please like it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.